When good friends are drinking Miller Lite, they just know when it's time to go home for one more round. Miller Lite, hold true.
I was committed to UNT in June of 2015. That was with the old coaching staff, and that season started off bad, it ended bad. For about 2-3 months, I didn't even know whether or not I would still have a scholarship here. And it wasn't until Latrell got the job, about 2-3 weeks later, I got a call, and he said, Dion? I said, yes, sir. And he said, we're still honoring your scholarship. We still want you to be a part of Mean Green. And it was at that moment that I realized that these guys were special.
You know, when I came in here, there was people and teammates here that was establishing a culture. It was turning. It wasn't quite established, but they were working on building the foundation of it.
I think that's the reason a lot of the class of 16 came in. Kind of a fresh start, a new staff.
As a player coming into a program that didn't do too good and his first recruiting class,
it was basically a matter of trusting the coaches and believing that when they told you things were going to be different and things were going to be a certain way, that they meant it and that they were going to do the things they said.
He had a swagger about himself. He was very honest. I never felt like he was lying to me throughout my visit.
They said they were going to upgrade the locker room, they did it. Weight room, they did it. Team meeting rooms, the way they handled nutrition, travel, everything that they've essentially promised, including winning more games, has come true.
The first class was challenging, not selling the university. I think North Texas stands very easy to sell the North Texas education. The biggest thing was being able to sell who you were going to be as a program and being able to go out and compete on a yearly basis of going to bowls and winning championships. And just going out and finding the guys that you wanted to fit your culture. We hadn't yet set our culture here at North Texas.
You know, they kicked off around 40 guys that quit, or, you know, they kind of cut off the team that if you weren't about it, then don't be here. And, you know, there was ups and downs that first year of, you know, even in the locker room or on the practice field, but it kept dwindling week in and week out.
One thing that Coach Latrell harps on a lot is that your character drives your process, which drives your results. So he's been big about bringing in high character guys. You know, your character is how you wake up in the morning, how you come and attack every day. So if that's correct, that's going to drive your process. That's going to function how, you know, you perform on the practice field, how you eat, how you sleep, how you work out, and then that's going to be your results at the end of the day.
He wasn't just about trying to make guys who play football, but men who would make an impact. Impact their community, impact this university, impact the world at some point, hopefully.
I think any time that you're building a program, especially one that historically has struggled as much as we have, you want that to be a straight line up to the end goal. But the reality is, it's not unlike any other business, not unlike the stock market. There's going to be days when it's high and days when it's low. But what you care about is that, generally speaking, that trajectory is headed to where we want it to be. And I've never wavered, nor have I ever doubted where we're going as a program. When you look at the facilities we're building, the resources we're putting in, how we're positioning ourselves, not only within Conference USA, but within the best group of 5 programs around the country. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not disappointed that we didn't get a couple more of these games.
You know, we haven't had the successes in terms of wins and losses that I believe we should have, had this season. I'll always have a special place in my heart for the senior class. We started this journey together. They've done some great things. They've accomplished a lot. They have helped us create a foundation, a culture for our program. And I'm going to do everything in my power this week to send them out the right way.
That's why sports is so special. It just teaches you about life. And sometimes things don't go your way. Sometimes you don't make the play. No matter how much you wanted to, no matter how hard you prepared, you're gonna fall, but you gotta get back up.
It's been extremely challenging, but it's not because of the group. Put their head down, they worked extremely hard. They grew in together, they have a lot of fun together. I'm proud of this group. I mean, you look at a group that's gone to 3 straight bowl games, had back-to-back 9-win seasons.
We've had one other back-to-back 9-win team in history. We have, I want to say before the Arkansas game, we were maybe like 2-27 against Power 5 opponents up to that point. So when you just look at what they've accomplished, this class will go down as one of the greatest classes in the history of North Texas football. There is such an appreciation from them because of the coaching staff's belief in them to give them the opportunity, and from our coaching staff that they believed in us because those are the ones who signed up before we had momentum. They were the ones who signed up before there were 2 9-win seasons, before there was any renovations in the athletic center, before we were building indoor practice facilities. They signed up in some degree on hope.
You know, one of the things I've tried to be cognizant of is the fact that the time's always kind of running down, right? So even if it's not your senior day, one of the things we try to emphasize to the young guys is, you know, it's going to come before you know it. So you got to play like it is.
You know, you're going to blink and it's going to be over. And I knew my days were numbered from the beginning. It's bittersweet, and I've enjoyed it. It's went by fast, but it really has worked out better than I've ever imagined. As a kid, I dreamt it of how I thought it would be, and you know, I had high expectations. It's awesome to have a dream come true and it be even better than what you thought it would be. And I'm getting a little emotional talking about it right now because it has been so great, and UNT has been so good to me, and I've had so many connections. I've created so many relationships.
We're going to miss those kids, and I know that Seth will for sure. There's a very special place in his heart for those kids.
I've been around these guys for 4 years. You've been through a lot of, you know, different things with them, different battles, different segments of their lives, and so, you know, it's an emotional day in the aspect of, you know, this could be your last opportunity together.
Looking back at 2016, and it's just like, I remember what that team was like. And I remember what Coach Luttrell was like and what he was telling us. He was saying, hey, we're going to build something here. But the first thing we're going to have here is we're going to have culture. If nothing else, we will have culture.
And I think we did change the culture. Wins and losses, you know, they'll come, they'll go, they'll happen. But what you left, that legacy, and what you left for other people to come after you is what you're going to remember and what you're going to be most proud of.
A lot of the guys here didn't even get offers from other Conference USA schools. There aren't, you know, and so this was our opportunity to prove to everyone what we had to offer.
It was a culture that we set with that recruiting class, and knowing how things are done here, and leaving that standard and leaving those values.
And from the day we walked in until the day I will leave, until the day he's done here, we will have culture. And so that's what we're leaving right now. We're going to leave that we didn't back down. We didn't lay down, but we bowed our neck and we played football. And so we're going to do it as one team, one heartbeat, and that's the culture that we set here.
When good friends are drinking Miller Lite, they just know when it's time to go home for one more round. Miller Lite, hold true.